Hello, everyone. Today I've got a special guest. Andrew is with me. He's a professional holistic therapist with a background in physiotherapy. Andrew, can you tell us more about yourself? What are you doing? What is the physiotherapy?
Okay, hello guys. Thank you for invitation, Aneta. It's great to talk to some professionals in the field of well-being. A little bit about myself. I treat people since my God, 17 years already.
Wow,
Uh,
19 years.
yeah,
Sounds
I
really
started.
good.
Yeah, I started doing the massages during the my studies, and then I continue my professional career in the hospital on the neurological ward, where I was actually treating really serious neurological conditions and patients who need like really deep physiotherapy treatments. And then I decide to change a little bit environment. So I was working with five-star spas in around the world. I travel around like 5 different countries, and
That's
yay!
countries are
Uh,
actually.
yeah, it's really great way to discover different countries and the same time learn about the different approaches to health. Because spa approach is a little bit softer way of treating people and a nicer way. I won't gonna lie. And then I actually I missed proper physiotherapy. So around like 5 years ago, I came back to professional physiotherapy field. I start training really hard with different international trainings,
Mhm.
and I really love it now. Because now in my practice I combine few things all together. So I do fascial manipulation, which is like top treatment now in the physiotherapy field. Uh, I love to learn constantly something new. So at least 3 to 4 times a year, I'm going to professional trainings to learn some new techniques. It's for me, it's like like for builders having a tools, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So
And I think for patients, very important as well, just when you're
yeah,
doing that, I think, yeah, it's very important for your patients as well.
of course, different people need a different approach, different tools to
Mhm,
treat.
mhm,
That's why I use sometimes, I use sometimes massage. I sometimes use like trigger point therapy. Sometimes I stick needles to stimulate a bit deeper tissue.
mhm,
Sometimes, it's just like even talking is really helping, and
mhm.
and relax people, and you have this time to talk to somebody about some problems that happens in all our lives, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Yes, exactly. Yes,
yeah,
injuries. For me, the big topic is actually injuries, 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 injuries. This is what I hear it. But yeah. And today the topic of our interview is the physiotherapy and Pilates are well known as a great way for optimal physical health. Do you agree with that?
100%. It's big statement, and it's actually after all those years, I see you know huge impact of exercise on the health. You know,
Mhm,
it's remarkable. You have to exercise. Basically, my my personal opinion after all those years
mhm.
and my own experience is like after 35 years old, I think we all should have regular 3 to 5 days exercise a week.
Yeah, especially after 40, as a human, we are losing balance. And when you are exercising, you can keep that balance for longer. And but when you are older and older, then yeah, we've got more problem with the balance, which it's more difficult to stand on one leg, and yeah, it's just this kind of things. Yeah, I do agree. The exercises are very important.
Mm.
Um, Excellent. And why actually a physiotherapy session? It's good for you, for I mean, like for a human.
Um,
I know it's a really hard question. And the other way is a
it's-
little bit complicated.
listen, I love to compare human bodies to a car.
Okay, yeah, I think it's a good example. Carry on.
Yeah, so basically, just we all probably have car. So just imagine every 2 years you have MOT,
Yes.
which is deep analysis of your car, looking for like problems and stuff. So for me, it's shocking that basically we as a humans we treat our cars better
Yeah.
than our
So.
own bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, of course you can try to repair your car at home, right? Well, if it's a minor, some things broke, right? So usually the guys would try it. But yeah, if you have a problem with your engine, that's it. You need to have a mechanic to
Yeah.
fix it. A
Yeah.
professional.
I do
Better
agree
don't
100%. Yeah.
better don't try to fix your motor by yourself. Your engine is it's gonna be problematic.
Yeah, I
So,
do 100%, and the example is great. It's just great. Yes, it's very good. And
mm,
also, I would like to ask you what happened in the physiotherapy session? Like the patient coming and what is the next? How you start and yeah.
so you see, like in my approach to patient, it's I try to focus on different aspects, right?
Mhm.
I'm not like typical physiotherapist because especially in England, physiotherapists are seen as people who give advices on exercise,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
I try to have a global view on the patient. So first thing, what we're gonna do is gonna be a deep interview with a patient
Mhm.
because I need to know step by step the whole history of problems that this patient is coming from. It's very important to know, like, if somebody, first of all, like, what's the age of the patient, what's the, their occupation, because the occupation, can interfere with the health. Our different occupation having different problems, right? So let's say waiters, yeah, they carrying like traces kind of like here, so some of them they walking constantly, so of course like they're gonna have some problems with let's say with heels and with calves and some shoulders problems, right? Hairdressers,
Mhm.
top example, shoulders pain because they constantly holding the hands here, right? So like let's say try to hold 8 hours hands up,
Mhm.
that's killing. So even occupation is showing me straight away what type of problems this patient can have. I like to
Sorry, what about the office workers? Because I love that example because I don't know, I just know lots of people they working from homes now. And if you can explain about them, what you can expect when you're sitting a lot like that.
okay, so let's start from very beginning. We are not meant to sit 8 to 9 hours. You
Yeah.
know, we basically when you're sitting like for 8 hours and when your knees are bent into the 90 degrees, your muscles getting shorter. You
Mhm.
know,
Yeah.
if you don't stretch yourself right during the working hours, basically you provoking that different, changes in the pelvis position, problems with knees, spine. It's huge impact on the body. The same like position of the monitor. If you work on laptop, very simple example. If you work on laptops for 8 hours, that's a killer.
Mm.
Laptops they were not made for office workers at all. They were like meant to when you're going like let's say somewhere to I don't know somewhere to hotel, and you're just working like 2 hours or something. That's it. Nowadays people are start working on the laptops all day long.
Yeah.
Let's say they're looking like this way, right? So
Yeah.
constantly the neck is bent forward, and simple problems with the neck. So that's one of the reasons why people in offices having huge problems with a back.
Yeah, this is why very often people coming to my classes as well, and they complain about the hips, they complain about the shoulders, they complain about spine, lower back. I think the lower back is very common problem for the office workers. And I really recommend Pilates classes because they are brilliant and I'm passionate about that. But also, what I try to do, I try to remind them that, once a week it's not enough for the 8 hours spending every day in front of computer. And I'm trying to tell them or remind them like, okay, start roll your shoulders backwards, do roll down, vertebra by vertebra, your spine need to move. um yeah, and actually trying to, but people are so busy and I'm trying to give them like tips. Okay, put in your phone like an alarm, I'm going to do a tea, but also we do free roll downs.
Yeah,
What do you think about that? I think that's a good idea, yeah, to just move your spine, move your body during the 8 hours.
brilliant. This is this is the reason why when I specializing on the soft tissue manipulations, so
Mhm,
I try to release the muscles, ligaments, and fascia. Then I always recommend specialists like yourself,
mhm.
because it's essential. What you're saying, like any rolls, movements, stretchings in office, it takes seconds, maybe up to 2 minutes, but it's totally changed the way your posture, is, and basically any tightness is can be just removed like this. So definitely, like professionals like you making a huge difference on people's life.
I think together, your professional and my professional together, I think um, they are the way we should actually look after our bodies and also remember about the little things during the day as well. Because some, like I mentioned before, like some people think that they will join once or twice a week Pilates session and plus physiotherapy once a while, and the problem will gone. And it depends how big is the problem, but yeah, the little things are helping as well during the day. Can you recommend anything like what you, if you will have patient and will ask you like, oh, what I can do during the day to improve my posture or to have a better understanding of my body or just to feel better?
It's very individual. First of all, that's the reason why during an interview with a patient, we asking about specific problems, right? And then the next step after interview is actually assessment of the posture. You know,
Yep.
so it can be straight away. I can see which parts of the bodies are tight, what you need to improve, and so definitely it has to be done individually. But majority of people now having problem with pelvis actually.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, one of the best exercise at this point is actually lunges. You know, because
Hmm.
when you do the lunges, you're actually stretching your hip flexors.
Hmm.
You improving the stability of your hips and the strength of the glutes, which is, for me, recently lunges are the top top recommendation for everybody. But as I said, like, with the years, I noticed like most of my trainings are based on the relaxing some parts of the body. But in some cases, it's not enough. If something is very tight, it means that some other parts of the body are weak. So that's why I always say, like, look, go to the personal trainer like yourself, and work on those parts. Same like you if you're working one-to-one with a patient. So first of all, you need to do assessment, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So then you can create a plan individual for everybody to understand what needs to be improved. You know.
Yeah. Yes, I
Oh,
so agree. It's very individual. It's good to join the group classes as well, but like you mentioned, if you have a specific problem, it's good to have the MOT for your body. Do one session with the professional,
yeah.
even your profession or my or similar is depend of the problem. Yeah, exactly. And I've got just one more question for you. Why
Mhm.
movement and manual therapy together is so effective? We said a lot of stuff, but like maybe just to put some all that informations together.
Why? It's because many problems comes from stiffness in the joints and lack of mobility,
Mhm.
right? So physically, what I do, I relax the structure of the joint, right? So if you have any problems, we working on mobility of that joint with specific techniques of the soft tissue manipulation or releasing the joints, and then to keep this motion that we achieved during the treatment, you have to do exercise to keep them, same like the what we achieved during the session. So movements are essential things that you can do at home, you know, and in the classes. And in my opinion, if you start training regular for let's say a month or two, you're gonna improve your life in so many different aspects, from physical to mental, and basically you're gonna live better life. It's a
Mhm.
quality that you won't gonna achieve with supplements.
Yeah, exactly. No.
Unfortunately.
But sometimes, it's really funny because people expect that the magic pill, and either if that's something regarding the exercising or regarding the diet, especially diet, it's just like, why I cannot have the magical pill and will do the job for me. But I'm afraid there is no magical
Nope.
no magical pill, and you need to start doing the MOT for yourself and look
Exactly.
after yourself and change the habits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
it's the same like, let's say, when you're eating. Just imagine like you eat regular, right? So you have to try to not to eat for a week. You're gonna starve and you're gonna have a serious problem. The same principles work with exercise. If you exercise regularly, you are feeling great. If you exercise once a month, you
Exactly.
know.
Yes, yes. And also, I need to say, even that's the walking is good as well. The exercises are essential. And I think that's very important, and we should remember that. And I hope more people will be more aware of the body and will look after themselves. And especially now, with the lockdown, with the coronavirus, all that affects, all that situation, all that things make a different life as well. And when you're exercising, you have a little bit better energy as well.
Yay, that's true. Especially, I'm always saying like people like you, personal trainers, you guys doing amazing job. Really, it makes people's life huge different. You know, But a very interesting thing, I recently read some articles
Mhm.
which were proving statistically that people who exercise regularly,
Yeah.
they earn 20% more in on the same position. This it's based on statistics. So that's why one additional, aspect to train regularly.
You know what? I need to put that on my group.
That's
Thank you for that. It's very interesting, very interesting.
yeah.
And just one more thing, how we can find you? How would you like to,
So
yeah, the people will watch that interview and they would like to have a treatment with you, how they will find you?
right. So I have my own clinic in central London, next to the King's Cross in the first zone. You can find more details about me on my website www.promassage.org.uk, and then there is my phone number 07593763192. You can, you just call me, talk about your problems, and then I will, even through the phone, I can give you some advices what can be done in your case, and then we can meet in a clinic to treat problems.
I will
Yeah.
also post, the details under that video. And thank you very much today for amazing interview. And I love the example with the car. That's the best one. And also earning money as well, doing the exercise is great as well. And lots of very useful tips you gave the audience, and I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much again.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me too. Pleasure to talk to you, and pleasure to meet you too with a treatment. It was I always love to meet people, in health wellness profession,
Mhm.
because you guys doing a really great job. It's
Thank
I said, like, it can't be exchanged with some pills. It's
Thank
essential.
Yes, thank you
Yes.
very much again. You're doing a very good
Thank
job as well. This is why I invite you here because I have got my own experience, and thank you for that as well. Yeah, have a great day. See you
you.
next time. Bye.